Today we're going to look at the 3 vans that I own, and we're going to start with Frank, which is a 1969 VW camper van, which is kept in storage and just comes out on nice warm sunny days. Really well looked after, pretty much wants for nothing, and it's in really good condition. I'm really happy with it. So I bought this back in 2007 from a company called VW Restorations up in Halifax in West Yorkshire, and it had been imported from France. It had been owned by a doctor in Paris who bought it new in 1969. It has a 1600 twin port engine, and I've had Weber carburetors fitted along with a stainless steel exhaust, just to give it a little bit more oomph when it goes up hills, but it's not fast. Bodywork on this van is faultless. There's no rust, there's no dents, there's no marks. There's something very special about driving these old VW vans. It just puts such a smile on your face. They're brilliant, worth every penny. So next up is Betty. This is the van in 2016 when I bought it. It was just a standard T4 panel van that I then had converted and turned into a camper van. These are VW Golf alloys, and they are on Toyo Open Country all-terrain tyres. I had a Caravan's swivel seat base fitted to the double front seat, and it makes a massive difference. It turns it from a van into a camper van straight away. I had the seats and the rock and roll bed done by a company called Streamline up in Birmingham, and I think they did a very good job. The interior was done by Salisbury Camper Conversions, and I opted for the walnut finish on the lightweight ply. I've lived in this van on and off since 2016. So we're now going to fast forward to May 2022. I've been for an interview at a school, and I've decided to stop off at my girlfriend's house and stay there for the evening. I was tired, so I would normally empty the van before I went to bed, but for some reason on this day I didn't. So that means that as well as having all of my stuff in the van, I also had my passport and birth certificate, which I had to take to the school as proof of ID. And if you watch carefully, you can see my van now being driven away, not by me. So the next morning I realised that I've lost everything, and start on a sort of a mission to see if I can track the van down, putting posts on social media and even getting the newspapers involved. All I had at this stage was the clothes that I had worn the night before, my keys and my wallet, and that was it. I therefore needed another van, and I needed to start again. So I went out, and 5 days later I bought this van, which I've called Spencer, It's the same colour blue, it's the same VW short wheelbase, and I've set about trying to turn it into a camper van. So after cleaning the van and dealing with any rust spots, I've then put this sound deadening material over the floor and all of the internal panels and the ceiling. I've then put soundproofing over the top of that. It's called Dodo Mat. Then I've filled in the insulation in the panels, and then I've put a moisture barrier over that, which is the silver foil stuff, and that's stuck down with aluminium tape. It's then had new floor, wall panels and roof panels. The floor has been fitted with a Altro lino, sort of a tough lino for the floor, and then the walls have been carpeted. As you can see, I'm making a U-shaped seating area. That will be covered in cushions, which will be wrapped in the same material as these front seats. This van is going to have a much bigger and therefore much more comfortable bed in the back. The van's had mud flaps fitted, side bars fitted, and it's had the front and back bumpers repainted. And then out of the blue one day, I get a phone call from the police saying they found Betty. The thieves decided to leave me a milk churn, which I had redecorated. So that's the story of 3 vans. I can't sell Frank, I can't sell Betty, and I don't want to sell Spencer.